Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. And, I've been trying to figure out a way that I can make this video for like the past month and a half now. And, frankly, I still don't know how I'm gonna do it. But, there's no other better way than trying. So, yeah. This video's gonna be kind of long, and it's probably gonna go on a few, philosophical tangents. And it's gonna get kind of personal, so, if you're not into that stuff, feel free to go do something else. I'm not gonna try and stop you to watch this video. Um, so about when I was 8 years old, I always wanted to make content. Through watching people on Roblox sit around, play Murder Mystery 2, and just make jokes. And I thought, wow, that was so cool. You know, it was something I really wanted to do, and ever since then, it's been something I've wanted to do. So about a year ago. And working constantly trying to do I want to make content, I want to live stream, and now I think it's time I finally move on. Getting putting philosophy aside, I think that maybe I shouldn't pursue content anymore. My mental health is only getting worse, and all in all, I just don't really have much to offer. uh I don't really play Minecraft anymore. It's the community kind of sucks, and overall, being known as a Minecraft YouTuber is becoming more of an insult than ever. So, either change platforms or just go ahead and quit. Although, changing platforms and stuff just for personal gain is not anything I've ever really done before or cared to do. But it's something that I would have to do eventually. I mean, after all, the term Minecraft YouTuber has kinda gone down in popularity. And I think because of that, I don't know, there's natural fear that becomes from that, politics aside. I don't know, I was never really good at public speaking or really talking to people. And although a lot of people really do have a good time here, I just don't think it's my time, or ever would be. Now, I guess I'll go into like some slight history of the channel because why not? Um, when I first started out, all I really did was make weird IO game content, of which I wouldn't talk, but there would be music and stuff, and I wasn't the worst at those games, but I wasn't necessarily good either, and I never really got an audience. But eventually, I started doing Minecraft Let's Plays, and suddenly my below 10 views became 30 views, and then 50 views, and a couple got 100 views. And then eventually, when I started getting a better computer, I moved on to Roblox. Thinking that Minecraft wasn't gonna make it, I started making Roblox content. That never really got anywhere, except for a few videos that went good. And then as Minecraft was rising up, I didn't really know what to do with the game, so I started making commentary content, talking about old YouTubers and drama and stuff. And because of that, I kind of became, pretty toxic person throughout that. You know, I'm smart enough to admit it. And, you know, it took me a long time to get out of that phase. And a part of me even still feels like I'm in it, but I know I'm not. At least, not that I can really consciously tell. But, after a while, I returned to Hypixel content. And, making that, I started feeling better and wanted to stream, and streaming took off for a while, and then Crispy Craft happened. And then, well, Crispy Craft happened. I think Crispy Craft was probably one of the best farms of my content that I ever made. It's definitely the most consistent, and I met a lot of cool and amazing people, both being Liver, Sam, Moose, Sky. whole bunch of other people that are really cool and talented and all sorts of things. And now I don't really talk to a lot of those people anymore. Kai is off somewhere, and you know, Doc actually has a life outside of on the internet, so I don't really talk to people anymore. And I kind of fell off content, especially after, Crispy Craft Season 2. A lot of drama was around that, and being a mod for a short time on there really kind of showed me why I just couldn't really handle it. Now, I tried recreating the original Crispy Craft magic that I felt with Floof SMP, but eventually it kind of just fell. Not only with the whole Shruba minor situation, I just did not really want to be in that field anymore. I thought about branching out to new kinds of content, kind of leaving Minecraft on the side, maybe even going back to commentary content, but nothing really stuck with me anymore. Um, I still tried to keep up the persona of Volpine PvP, and it kind of started falling apart, especially after I kind of started accepting Techno's death. Techno was a large like inspiration for my content for a long time, and because he made me smile. His humor was very similar to mine, and people compared me to him sometimes. So people said my voice was calming when I found his voice calming. It was quite nice. It was a nice feeling, and I thought I was helping people just by existing. I've never had that sensation before, but now he's gone, and I'd rather just not anymore. With potential drama aside, just I'm not the best content creator. I'm inconsistent, and overall, I want to give my opinion, especially when people don't ask for it. And because of that, I can come off as quite problematic and, already being a pretty terrible person with a screechy voice and terrible play style. I just would rather move on from making content. Not saying that, the times haven't been good, but all most of my friends have moved on from me by now, and I think it's time I move on from the part that was really holding me back. Not saying content itself was holding me back, just a lot of things don't really go hand in hand too well together when you're trying to hold on to the past. Most my original trio, with Phantom and typical Tanuki. I'm not saying their actual names. Don't worry. Although we did go to school together, we are not that personal anymore. Tanuki, she kind of fell into a toxic crowd for a while, and now, although I think she's doing better, things aren't going to be the same between us. And Phantom, last I knew, after we kind of cut contact, well, he cut contact with me. Um, last I knew, he was some Sigma Andrew Tate fan. So I think once I started high school, after my bout of quarantine, I think I started seeing people a lot differently. And overall, I didn't want to hang out with the people I wanted to. I mean, in elementary school, all I hanged out with were well, girls, and I think that was probably a warning sign from begin then. Then middle school happened, and I just, I started hanging out with guys more because that's what was expected of me. You get laughed at if you didn't. But then came high school, and I was finally away from those influences, and I started discovering more of who I was. And because of that, I I wanted to actually help myself instead of just sitting there endlessly hurting myself mentally over and over again. Although I still haven't gotten to the point of actually getting around to help myself, I'm still stuck in the phase of, doing things just for the sake of torturing myself mentally. I think things are going to start improving after a while. School sucks, but, you know, it's merely a little bump in the milestone of my life. And I think looking at the bigger picture itself, I think I'll be fine. Hopefully. But as I came back from quarantine, I started to relate with guys less and less. They wanted to bodybuild, they wanted to play in sports, they wanted to, do a whole bunch of things, and I'm over here is like, mm, I want to draw, you know? Why can't I, sit around and talk and, just hang out and be pretty? But no, that's not the way people see me or ever will, probably. But I guess this is why I tried to stay with content for so long, because, not showing your face, you're anyone, but they hear your voice. And not being in a welcoming household means you can't really change your voice all that much, for at least for long periods of time, unless no one's around. But, so yeah. I don't know if I'll ever come back to making content. If I do, it'll be a long time from now, and overall, just, it'll be different, probably. I know I've said I've wanted to quit before, and then went through a spout of making content for another year, and then as soon as, another year comes around, I suddenly think, maybe it's time I grow up. Maybe it's time I leave. And although I would really love content creation to be a career of mine, I just don't think it's possible anymore. Not to blame anyone but myself, but I could have done a lot better content. But the people I have made smile, the people I did make laugh, I know there's a few people out there that have told me that I've made their day better. And because of that, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that has gone through my, community, whether you're still here or not, whether you even see this video or not. Here, I'll even look on my Discord here. Let's see. There's Dirtmeyer, all the goons, Dark Fun Foxy, all those people. Rippy Tippy especially, Finley, Sam, Mr. Allen, all those. All those people that have been in the community for a long time. Um, really, I really do thank you. Now, I know there's a lot of people in there that I didn't mention, because, well, either I don't talk to them or I simply just can't think of them right now. I think all good things must come to an end. And I am starting to, shed a little tear. Thinking of just, it's my last video, I never thought I'd make it. But for the sake of my own mental health, especially if something did happen to me or I did do something, I wouldn't want to leave a community here to to suffer. I wouldn't want them wondering what went wrong or wish we could have done something. I don't want to be that person, whether online or real life. So, I'm still going to keep the Discord server up and the Twitch channel open, and I'll probably go live occasionally if and when I feel like it. Um, but until then, that's kind of the end of Volpine PvP. Still gonna keep the username probably, unless I find something else that like really pops out at me. But other than that, it's been nice. Um, I don't know if I'd ever do it again, but I definitely enjoyed the time that I've had through the ups and the downs of my life. Um, thank you. Thank you all genuinely.